Technically, it was a neutral location, but Rangers still had the home country advantage when they took on Manchester United in the Battle of Britain, but they couldn't do anything with that advantage, and it was Manchester United that won the game by 2-0, and Rangers left the game disadvantaged because they looked absolutely crap.
They looked absolutely crap. 2 is a funny number because I think 2 is not where Rangers are going to finish this season, not because it'll be number 1. I'm predicting Heart of Midlothian to finish second. How about that for a bombshell?
That is a bit of a bombshell, but before we continue, guys, welcome back to Fog Football, and as bad as the Rangers' performance was, the audio in this video might be just as bad, but we've got to make do with it, so that's pretty much it.
Well, I mean, if Rangers aren't going to try in the pitch, why should, well, I mean, not that we're not trying, but here, why should our audio be brilliant when Rangers can't step up? I mean, they're taking on a bunch of ditty men in the second half. The only new player we knew, apart from Nana in nets, was Will Fish.
Yeah.
And they got beat 1-0.
And he played for Hibs, enough said.
And who can't even beat Kelly Hearts today, but you look at this Rangers team, it's like, the substitutions, whatever, barring Tavernier, who's probably away, see that squad that they used today, that's as strong as Rangers are.
It is as strong as Rangers are, and you know, The Rock appears for a satellite, you appear for a Facebook Messenger. There's levels to this game, isn't there? And I think Man United showed today that they are levels above Rangers with, like, a, let's be honest, third string, and that's probably being generous, United team.
Yeah, I mean, I think the first half team was
decent. It was decent.
Second string, because obviously
we have a couple of first team players in there with a second string, but the second half was, I mean, it was the bottom of the barrel.
I think you could call that team like a fifth string, because I've never heard of them.
Well, I said third string at best, but yeah, I think you could go lower than third, absolutely.
In recent years, I've said I would always take United in a Europa League knockout game, and well, obviously that's out the window.
You mean you'd take Rangers? You said you'd take United.
That's not what I'm saying. I'd take United as in from a Rangers perspective. I've always thought, like, here, the draw against United, I always fancy this because they're poor, but today just shows you how bad Rangers are. They can't even beat like the fifth string team. Yeah,
I'm looking through this Man United team in the second half, and I'm actually wondering, do any of these people actually play for United, or were they just like guys hanging outside Murrayfield? Could be for the rugby team, and the United were like, here, do you want to kick a bit in the second half?
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case, but I don't even think it's a funny matter, man. I know some people enjoy the meltdown, but how can you honestly look at this and not say it's awful?
Do you think Goldson's good at rugby? He can handle the ball, right? Like,
he seems more like a volleyball sort of guy.
He does. But right, anyway, let's just get into the first half here. So I do have some notes, but it was a tough game to watch, so the notes kind of stopped in the second half because why would you continue, man? It was dreadful. I'm missing Ayr versus Dundee United to watch this, and I'm not too pleased. But United started stronger. They were creating chances. First real opportunity, Wheatley finishes a United counter that came from a Rangers corner. So we know that Rangers have struggled with corners. We know that CJ Novo's not a big fan of the Rangers corners. And I mean, this corner wasn't very good because it led to a United counter. Sterling, though, with a goal clearance block off the line. It was a good save, I think, for Sterling. And he might be one of the better players for Rangers this season.
Yeah, I think the only 3 players on the pitch today that could hold their head up high was Barron, Diamonde and Sterling. Great block, but it's just horrendous defending again, apart from Sterling. Yeah,
they were nowhere. The right-hand side for United, they were killing Rangers. I thought Hefty looked a bit better second half, but first half, he looked
alright against Ajax, but obviously, that Ajax game was like a proper Diddy pre-season game. This felt more, not that it was particularly great, but he looked like the Brazilian Barisic.
I think Rangers need to keep Yilmaz. That's all I'm going to say. 22nd minute, United had a free kick. It was close, but it was off target, so Butland didn't have a save to make. A few minutes after that, we had another cross coming in from the right-hand side towards Wheatley, but Suter came in and cleared it over the top. for a United corner. United took the corner, held the pressure on, won another corner straight from that. So, I mean, half an hour in and it was all Manchester United, but then Rangers actually created a few opportunities here. First one, Scott Wright down the right-hand side. He picked out Dessers, who it took a decent touch, to be honest, and he managed to spin around and fire a shot off at Onana. Onana saved it, though. And then a few minutes after that, with Wright running through the middle, and I mean, I think he rushed the shot. He took it straight away. It wasn't a great shot, right at the keeper. I just think if Scott Wright had a bit more composure, maybe took a touch, took it a bit closer to goal, maybe he could have found himself opening the goal scoring, but, you know, he pretty much hit it first opportunity, and it wasn't the greatest strike. Rangers then countered with Cortez. He got into the Man United forward edge of the box. He had two players with him, and he just held onto the ball far too long. The through ball was there to be made, and Cortez just didn't make it for whatever reason. But Rangers
then to be made, and his arse collapsed.
Yeah, Rangers pretty much won the ball straight back though for this. Tom Lawrence had a shot, but again it was straight at the goalkeeper. I mean, Rangers had a period here for about 7-8 minutes where they got into quite a lot of decent areas, but all the shots were tame and right at Onana. And we've seen that Onana's not great if you can test them, but I mean, they were simple enough saves for the keeper to make.
Yeah, it's like it's the Scott Wright problem. 2 years ago, this guy actually started over Diallo in a Europa League final. Look what Diallo did today, and look what Scott Wright did. Shooting because he's too afraid to go in further. You know, the guy's a pace merchant. That's all he's got. I think the average person on the street's better at Scott Wright in terms of their finishing ability. But Dessers is awful. Learned nothing for last season. The guy's got a touch of a trampoline. Rangers are winning nothing with him. Is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is. But then Rangers couldn't capitalise. Their decent wee spell lasted almost 10 minutes. But then United went in front, and it was way too easy. Diallo on the right-hand side. I mean, he cuts in. Hefty just allows him to cut in. Poor defending for Rangers. He takes a couple of touches. He gets into a decent area. He opens up the angle. Takes a shot. Looked very similar to Saka's goal against Switzerland. I mean, it's a good goal for Diallo. Good strike for Diallo. But, I mean, the defending here just wasn't good enough and pretty much allowed Diallo to score this.
Yeah, Hefty just nowhere near him. I mean, they're all on commentary. Oh, he tripped, fell, didn't mark him. He just lets him get past him. It's too easy, man. And you know what? As bad as we were saying the United team is in the second half, they did the basics right for youngsters, and that's what you have to do. Rangers can't even do the basics. If you're lacking quality, if you do the basics right, you'll do relatively alright. But Rangers can't even do the basics right. And come on, kind of feel for the guy, but he's just sitting there looking depressed, and I'm looking depressed. So what is there to say?
Everyone is depressed. I mean, it wasn't probably like a month ago. People were saying, sell Yilmaz, he's injury prone, you know, capitalise on the money. If you can get what you paid for him back or even a little bit more, take it. From what I've seen for Hefty today, I think it's hold on to Yilmaz at all costs. Unless you plan on bringing in another left back.
Yeah, but the problem is with Yilmaz's injury record, you're probably looking at months at a time where Hefty will have to start.
Well, I mean,
did have to go.
I mean, sell Yilmaz, but I still think Rangers need to bring in a left back then if they sell Yilmaz.
Oh, they absolutely will. And the problem is though, with that, you're going to have to take some of the money that you need in other areas of the pitch for your left back position.
Any left backs?
With Tavernier going as well, you're probably going to need to spend money on two fullbacks either side.
Any left backs you've got your eye on?
I mean, they were linked with Deutsch in January, but I just don't see how they afford it.
Yeah, it's kind of something that they should have got him before he left Hibs.
Alex Cochrane.
I was just about to mention him. I was going to say, you know, good few seasons at Hearts. I mean, Rangers probably could have got him. Didn't get him. He's away to Birmingham now. Right, let's get into the second half then. So I kind of stopped taking notes here. Matondo was through about the hour mark. Will Fish managed to put in a tackle. I thought this was poor for Matondo. Good area, good position. It was 3-on-2 in Rangers' advantage. But yeah, the ball gets to Matondo. He's about maybe 8-9 yards out, and I don't know if it just the ball got stuck underneath his feet or what, but you're expecting the shot to come and nothing came, and then he just falls on his arse and United clear it and it goes into the keeper's hands. So that was disappointing. And then the second goal from United. By the way, there was a bunch of subs made, but we'll talk about the second goal came from Hugo. It finished the game off, really. I mean, what do you think of the second goal?
The second goal, well, just sums up the quality difference. Despite them being youngsters, they take their chance. Awful for Ben Davies, by the way, just playing the guy completely onside. Butland can't do anything about it. But I think the worrying thing is for Rangers, there's no fallback of, well, when they get back at Ibrox, they'll step up the task. The norm is that they're going to feel out of sync because they're playing at Hampden and every other game's away.
Yeah, it was a decent finish.
There's going to be no normality until September.
Yeah, well, I mean, if this is the way Rangers are going to play at Murrayfield, it's a good job they're playing at Hampden, because they weren't very good today.
Yeah, no, absolutely, but I fear for this season. I think by September they're going to be at the Champions. Well, I know for a fact they'll be at the Champions League. They're not going to do anything in Champions League with this team, and I think the league will be over by the end of August. There you go.
Now, I've seen a lot of people, August 2024.
Aye.
I've seen a lot of people on Scoreboard say that they think that even Rangers fans, I've heard them say that they think that Rangers will be lucky. Some Celtic fans as well, saying that Rangers will be lucky to finish third this season. I think that's a stretch. If you want to word it differently, and you could go, I think this could be the year maybe the old firm gets split, possibly. But to say that
it wouldn't be lucky, but I think Hearts could do it.
Yeah, but even if Hearts do it, to say Rangers will be lucky to finish third, like, who's the other team that, Kilmarnock, or are you expecting Aberdeen under Jimmy Phelan to... I've seen that a lot. People throw at this, Rangers will be lucky to finish third. I'm not seeing that. I mean, maybe Hearts have got an outside chance at getting second, but are Rangers really that bad that they won't finish top three?
I'd be more concerned if it was the full season at Hampden, but even then you would still expect them to beat the likes of Kelly and Aberdeen, would you not?
Well, I think you would, although, I mean, we don't know what Kelly's going to be like. Will we see an improvement on Kelly this season? They've managed to keep most of their best players, so...
Got Robbie McCrory in there.
Danny Armstrong still at the club.
Aye, good things for Kelly.
Good things for Kelly. Right, after this goal, Rangers made a bunch of changes. They waited pretty long to make changes. I thought they would have switched things up a little bit at half-time.
They were saying on Rangers TV that he wasn't making changes because he feels that is the team that's going to be starting most of the games. So that just further proves the point of that they are screwed.
Yeah, so he brought Matondo on at half-time for Cortez, and then from the 15 minutes to go, he made 7 changes, bringing on Goldson, Yilmaz, McKinnon, Balogun, Danilo, McCausland and Lowry, all coming on. Didn't really make much of a difference, and the game just finished 2-0. So I can't really judge the players. I don't think too much that came on. If he believes that's the team, then he thinks Hefty is better than Yilmaz. I'm not convinced.
Well, I think with that, I think it's more of a maybe Yilmaz isn't fully fit or something, but apart for him, man, I think that's near enough what it's going to be, and that pains me to say. But
so, wait, you think Davis is starting?
Yeah, because I think Goldson's away, so.
Interesting. So the Rangers starting 11 was Butland, Hefty, Davis, Suter, Sterling, Diomande, Wright, Cortez, Barron, Lawrence and Dessers up front. I did notice on Flash Score that the lowest rated Rangers player or lowest rated player overall in the entire game was Jack Butland with a 5.9, and I'm confused because, yeah, Rangers conceded 2 goals. I don't think Jack Butland could have really done much with either of them.
No, that's why Flash Score's a joke. I mean, there was way worse players out in that pitch. I can't really recall too many great saves for the guy, but if he couldn't do anything about the 2 goals, then what's really his fault? Yeah,
they've got Hefty at 6.5, yet they've got Suter and Sterling both at 6.2.
Yep, those ratings are total BS. But for the happy clappers out there, I mean, where is this going for Rangers? This is going down the toilet.
Well, it's going down the toilet, but end of the day, it's a pre-season game. Rangers will not be judged on this. I mean, Hearts got beat 5-1 against Spurs. I'm not going to throw the toys out the pram. If it was
I'm throwing the toys out the pram.
It's a pre-season friendly, you know. It's different if it's like the League Cup or something. But I mean, the fact is, these friendly games don't really. It's just to run it into. It's just to build some fitness.
Yeah, but with Hearts, I think the key difference was in that game we pickpocketed it. We dissected it. They took a lot of key players off, and then that's when they conceded a bulk of goals. With Rangers, they were fielding 2 strong 11s and just playing awful, like against a 5th choice United team.
Yeah, well, I guess that is kind of true.
I'm not exaggerating. See that United team in the second half. I think that United team would near enough get relegated to the Scottish Premiership.
Come on, really?
Yeah, no, I do. Well,
I thought you were going to say. I thought you were going to say.
Get relegated.
I thought you were going to say like they struggle to finish top 6 or something, but I don't know, get relegated.
Well, I don't. Well, it's a bunch of youngsters that we don't know of.
Did you see Livingston last season?
Yeah, but Livingston aren't in the league.
Right. Well, I mean, I am looking through the United players that came on. I don't know any of them. I don't know any. Yeah, but just because just because we don't know them doesn't. If they're at Man United, you'd have to assume that they're pretty good, no? In comparison to like a Scottish level.
Well, I don't know. Will Fish is at United and they were rated him.
No. I mean, I think Rangers should have won the second half. But I'm not convinced that United team in the second half would get relegated for the Scottish Premiership. But I've only seen them over 45 minutes, so. Well, I mean, I guess that's up for debate, really, isn't it? Anyway, what's not up for debate is that today Rangers looked absolutely shite, and it's not exactly the confidence that you want heading in to the brand new season that starts in approximately 2 weeks today, I believe.
Well, you will put it this way. I mean, I'd put Hearts as a favourites.
For that game at Tynecastle?
Yes.
Oh, I think it'll be close. I don't think there'll be much in it, but I think Rangers will start favourites.
Nah. I'm a betting man, and I wouldn't bet right against them, but Hearts will win.
Well, there you go, guys. You've heard it there for the Rangers man. Big Stevie Cool says that Hearts will win on Saturday in 2 weeks' time. Speaking of winning, we have Celtic tonight, I believe, kicking off their American pre-season campaign. They are taking on... It's not Chelsea and it's not City, so it must be the shite team. Is it DC United? It might be DC United.
It's DC United, half-12 kick-off.
There you go, DC United, half-12 kick-off, guys. So if you're bored and can't sleep tonight, then you can watch the Celtic game. And if I'm bored and can't sleep, then I'll also watch the Celtic game and review it. But yeah, I think it'll be interesting to see how Celtic look tonight in comparison to how Rangers looked today. And I think we'll see a clear picture. But then again, it is pre-season, so that doesn't really mean anything.
But see with the state of Rangers right now, this is another reason why Celtic don't need to spend a war chest. You know, I mean, see if Rangers were showing promise, right, and we're like scudding United off the park today, and their new signings hit the ground running, I think Celtic fans would be worried. Celtic fans know the league's in the bag already, and it's the 20th of July.
Oh, and we have a goal from Ayr United. It is 1-1 at Tannadice. There you go. I say Jim Goodwin sucks, and I get called out for it. Well, it's true, he does suck. Thoughts on that?
He's drawn against Ayr United. Big Scott Bryan, man, really.
I will hold my bets up here if results stay the same. But yeah, I didn't bet anything in the United Rangers game. Rangers were 11-5 to beat United. Was that a good price? Was there money to be made on that? Obviously, no money would have been made.
Considering the starting 11s and like what you knew United were probably going to bring on, I think it was.
But in the end, Rangers got the win. So Rangers didn't get the win. United got the win. So yeah, guys, that is it. The game's finished at Murrayfield. I believe they were charging, I want to say £59 for tickets. Is that correct?
Yeah, there was some for 80 as well.
You must feel hard done by if you went to Murrayfield today and paid I think anything over £40, like.
No, yeah, you'd feel hard by if you spent, even if you went for free if you were a Rangers fan.
I mean, pre-season, should you be getting tickets like half price or something? And I get it, they could argue, well, I mean, it's Manchester United. Yeah, but look at who Manchester United played. Is it really Manchester United?
No, is it really Rangers?
I just can't believe you're talking £60 and upwards for a friendly ticket for two shite teams. Doesn't seem right.
I know it's a disgrace, but it is what it is.
Well, I mean, a lot of people paid it because it looked like it sold out from what I seen.
No, there was a few empty seats. I'd say it was near enough sold it.
Oh, well, the majority, Murrayfield holds about 60,000, 59,000, something along that ballpark. I mean, you'd have to imagine it was way more. I mean, at least 50,000 in that stadium. Probably closer to 55.
Yeah, I'd say so. Anyway, I think it's time we wrap this up. Rangers are pish, and that's about it.
So right now, who's favourite for the title, Rangers or Celtic?
Celtic every day of the week.
Who's favourite for second place, Rangers or Hearts?
I mean, it's Rangers, but I think there's a real possibility Hearts will finish second.
How high can United finish in the Premier League?
Man U, the fifth choice team?
No, how high can the real United finish in the English Premiership?
Oh, right. Top six are no good enough.
No good enough, no.
No.
Who will be the first Baldy to get sacked this season, Clement or Ten Hag?
Come on,
there you go. Anyway, that's it, guys. We'll catch you maybe later on for the Celtic review. Celtic taking on DC United. Dundee United versus Ayr review to come shortly. Ayr almost took a 2-1 lead there, so this could be going to penalties by the looks of things. Dundee United failed to win the day, then they are relying on other results to go their way, or else they will be knocked out of the Premier Sports Cup after playing only 3 games, because mathematically they just will not be able to catch Ayr and Falkirk if they both win their games against lower league opposition, which you would expect them to do, because they've both been looking pretty good. So, I mean, Jim Goodwin here, even 2 points might not be enough for the win on penalties, so he has technically got 23 minutes here to stop Dundee United going out of the Premier Sports Cup in the group stages for the second consecutive season. Can he do it?
Probably not, no. I don't rate Dundee United.
And your thoughts on Dundee United and where they will finish this season? Ninth. Alright guys, that's the last one because it is a Rangers review, it's not a Scottish Premiership prediction for the upcoming season. Oh, what a fucking goal that is, by the way. Dundee United have just scored a free kick and that might have just saved Jim Goodwin's job. But anyway guys, we will catch you in the next one. Jim Goodwin's looking, he's all happy. Fucking mean, sigh of relief right there. Anyway, that's it guys, we'll catch you in the next one. Any closing thoughts?
Rangers are pish.
Rangers are pish, and I guess Dundee United are not. Anyway guys, that's it. Till next time. Peace.